I think a young player, you just want to go in a professional team.
Before Paul Pogba was breaking English Premier League records for highest paid transfer fee and would represent France in the 2014 and 2018 World Cup. Before Pogba had a dedicated army of fans who would frequent the hashtag #PopBoom every time he scores, which is pretty frequent and remarkable, seeing as he mainly plays midfield.
Steiner allowed to just hit at that ball without a challenge, and then the driven shot! What a goal!
Before Paul the Octopus would clock in over 23 million followers on Instagram, would become a fashion icon the world over, and would team up with Adidas for their I'm Here to Create campaign.
Pogba wins possession.
Renowned for his creativity and astonishing ability on the soccer field, Paul Pogba is one of the most impressive football players in the world and also one of the most expensive. Besides being a role model to football fanatics, he's also a success story for the millions of African refugees the world over. Now, Pogba's parents, they made it to France with little more than the clothes on their backs. And growing up in an apartment complex overlooking a small soccer stadium, well, young Paul, he became obsessed real young. Almost as soon as he could walk, he was kicking a ball, and he would spend a lifetime practicing, and through grit, determination, and a true love for the game, well, he would mold himself into the legend he is today. And on top of this, well, he seems like a really likable guy, and furthermore, he's one hell of a dancer. Also, he's got the whole fashion thing nailed down.
Before the style, before the fashion, before the music, football came first.
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, Pogba actually posted his own little version of Before They're Famous on his Instagram, so let's take a look. But I figured we could probably take this one step further. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Michael McCrudden, documenting the life and career of Paul Pogba prior to fame, here for you on Before They're Famous. Now, this was the most requested video to make from our last few football vids. You know, we did Harry Kane, Neymar Jr., and Mo Salah. We also got a few more of these coming your way, and we have the Rich Life series, where basically we take a look at, well, their rich lives. Recent uploads of these include Ronaldo and Neymar Jr., and I highly recommend you checking those out. Let me know who's next in the comments down below. Here we go. Hey, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Boom! Paul Labille Pogba was born on March 15th, 1993 in Lagny-sur-Marne, which is about a 40-minute drive east of the center of Paris, which is in France, if you didn't know that. He is the son of Ghanaian parents, Fusu and Yeo, who were two of the thousands who made the move to Europe during the refugee crisis of the early 1990s. Paul was born in France soon after his parents arrived, securing their stay in Europe. Paul's older twin brothers, Florentine and Matthias, well, they stayed back in Conakry, Ghana, while their parents settled, and that's when the family could finally reunite, because their dad, he had found secure work in telecommunications. Now on Instagram, Paul posted a photo referring to him and his brothers as #BatGang, because they all had a shared love for the Cape Crusader.
I'm Batman.
The Pogba family, which are practicing Muslims, well, they have stacks of talent between their three boys. The twins have also gone on to make it in the big leagues, and they play soccer at a professional level. But it was Paul who led the charge and first got them hooked on the sport. He would play and practice constantly, never taking a break. His father told The Telegraph, "He's always wanted to learn new things. We always encouraged him to do a lot of things and follow his interests. When I saw him play football for the first time, though, I could see that his technique was very good. He was 4 years old, and he always played with the boys who were older than him." The Pogba boys inherited their prowess for football from their father, who had played back in his homeland. As for their mother, Yeo, well, it appears she was the driving force in raising the boys, and also the credit goes to her for their tenacious upbringing. Living in one of France's toughest council estates, Résidence Le Renardier, I think. Anyway, well, she instilled in her boys an incredible work ethic and determination that eventually transferred to their play on the soccer field. Or football pitch. Either way. Now, speaking of which, the 16-story complex that they lived in, it overlooked a local pitch that Paul would soon be playing on, and undoubtedly it inspired hope for the young boy. He began his organized football career at the age of 6 at US Rossi-Ombrie. Here he spent an astonishing 7 seasons as a young player, before making the move to US Torcy, where he served as captain for the under-13 club.
Première année à la Juventus, donc il nous a ramené ça.
pour mon premier club de rêve, Roissy-en-Brie.
After just one season with Torcy, Pogba made his first leap into the big leagues and landed himself a spot at Normandy-based club likeable. And in just 2 seasons at the club, a young Paul Pogba had proven himself capable enough to captain the club's junior team through the French leagues. And at the age of just 16, Pogba finished the team in 2nd place. Because of this, the French national side also shone a light on him and signed Pogba to their youth team. Now growing up, Pogba had always been a fan of the bright lights and swagger of the English Premier League. His team of choice was London-based Arsenal, and particularly, their French superstar Thierry Henry. In France, they were very big. They had a lot of French players. Thierry Henry, I was watching him. Instead, it wouldn't be Arsenal that gave Pogba his first big break, but rival club Manchester United. On the 31st of July 2009, at the age of just 16, Pogba publicly announced that he was departing Les Henry, I think I'm saying that right, to join the youth academy of Manchester United in good old England. Now at the time, the news caused an outcry for the French side, and Manchester United, they were caught up in a potential FIFA investigation for poaching young players in a move called tapping up. And Les Henry, they released a statement saying, and thank God it's in English, Pogba and his parents refused to keep their arrangement because Manchester United offered very high sums of money to the parents of the player with the aim of obtaining the transfer of their son. Les Henry's president also publicly claimed that the tapping up fee was allegedly 87,000 British pounds, and also, they threw in a house for good measure. Now on the 7th of October, Manchester United were cleared of any wrongdoing by FIFA officials after the investigation concluded that Pogba was never contractually tied to the French side. Later, the French team officially reached an agreement with the English side, and Pogba made his first move towards English Premier League football. And the terms of the arrangement? Strangely, they remain confidential to this day. While at Manchester United, Pogba would be a mixed bag of both glory and upset. For their youth team, Pogba would be unstoppable in the midfield, defending all the team's titles and scoring 7 thunderous goals in 21 appearances. After being called up to the first team in 2011, Pogba would begin his rocky relationship with the manager, Alex Ferguson. Now over the next few years, Pogba would be played mainly as a substitute for Ferguson's side, despite racking up goal after goal with his appearances. On July 3, 2012, Alex Ferguson officially announced that Pogba had left the club after not signing a new contract. Now the announcement, it made waves in the press, with Ferguson claiming that Pogba had illicitly signed for the Italian side, Juventus. Now Ferguson, he publicly accused the French player of disrespecting the club that took him in. He stated, "I don't think he showed us any respect at all, to be honest. I'm quite happy that if they carry on that way, they're probably better doing it away from us." That little bit of shade thrown didn't stop Pogba, because on August 3, 2012, he signed a 4-year contract with Juventus and later went on to play some of the greatest football Europe has ever seen, including taking his new Italian side to their first Champions League final in 12 years. After leading Juventus through the 2013 Supercopa victory, Pogba was announced as Europe's golden boy, as well as picking up award after award for youngsters on the rise throughout European football. In Italy, the nickname Paul the Octopus, it stuck for his long legs and his uncanny ability to reach any ball and play. But I got a little bit of funny trivia for you guys. The name was actually borrowed from an actual octopus named Paul, who was used to pick the winners for upcoming football matches. Now sadly, that octopus died and the name quickly transferred over to Pogba. Now other comparisons were made, including to those of football legends Zinedine Zidane and Patrick Vieira. Pogba has also been praised by fans and fellow players for his finesse, his technique, and his flair, with former teammate Gianluigi Buffon, he stated this, why do I do this to myself? A tremendous warrior on the pitch, but also has so much talent. His control on the ball and the way he can swiftly change the play from defense to attack is very special. After a devastatingly successful campaign through the Italian league, Pogba turned his gaze back towards his childhood love of English football. In 2016, he signed again for Manchester United for a record-breaking fee of 83.9 million British pounds. In the eyes of the fans, Pogba was worth every penny, and there was also sponsorship deals with Adidas, which is reported to be worth at least $60 million. Now I could get more into that deal, but hey, that sounds more like a rich life video. Now at the time of this recording, Paul Pogba is determined to give all of his fans what they're hoping for and take home a big W at the 2018 FIFA World Cup. He's also stated that this could be his last one So I really do wish him all the best, because I'm actually like 5% French. Now as for the, just not the speaking part. I'm not bilingual. As for the rest of the story, well, we'll have to wait and see. If only I'd done my French classes. This would have been a breeze. You guys know, there's 2 more videos down below. Check them out. My name's Likeable. Bye.